I thought my boyfriend was just cheating on me. Turns out, he was hiding something that could have destroyed my life forever. I'm not proud of the person I was back then. Lost, desperate, holding onto a relationship that was killing me slowly. My ex wasn't just a cheater. He was a serial cheater. The kind of cheater who didn't even bother hiding it well. The kind you catch, forgive, catch again, until you start convincing yourself that you're the problem. Back then, I believed love could heal anything. I believed patience could turn a broken man into a loyal one. I believed trauma made him cheat. I made excuses for everything. But the reality? He cheated because that's who he was. Not broken, not hurt, not misunderstood, just selfish. And I stayed. That's the cringe part. But it's also what makes the next part so shocking. It started on a Tuesday. I was at work, doing something ordinary, typing, emailing, and suddenly I see two women at the front desk asking for me. They didn't look angry. They looked amused, smug. One of them tilted her head and said, "Is he here?" Just like that. No names. My stomach dropped instantly because I knew exactly who she meant. They didn't want to fight. They didn't want confrontation. They wanted to gloat, brag, show dominance. They talked about their relationship with my boyfriend, like it was some kind of accomplishment I wanted to break down right there. But I didn't. I nodded, walked away, and pretended I didn't hear a word. But that wasn't the end. These women showed up again and again, at my house, outside my job, in parking lots, in places they had no reason to know about. At the time, I thought they were just messy, obsessive girls who wanted to prove they had him too. But they weren't coming to fight me. They were coming to deliver him a message, one that could have changed my entire life. I didn't know that then. I just knew something was deeply wrong. Around the same time, my ex changed overnight. And I don't mean small changes. I mean complete personality shift. This is a man who used sex like a bandage, like a way to distract from every fight. 3 times a day wasn't unusual, sometimes more. Then suddenly, nothing. He wouldn't touch me, wouldn't kiss me, wouldn't even hug me from behind the way he always did. At first, I thought maybe he was cheating again. Ironically, that would have been the best case scenario. Instead, he avoided me completely. Meals, separate. Sleep, separate. Affection, gone. Conversation, bare minimum. He made me sleep in the guest room because he drools. I remember actually laughing when he said it. Drools? Since when? But he insisted, begged almost. He wasn't going to bars anymore, wasn't disappearing for hours, wasn't yelling, wasn't picking fights. He was just quiet, cold, withdrawn. It was the calm before an enormous storm. Then one morning, everything exploded. It was 7 a.m. I was half asleep, half confused, when I heard the loudest banging on my door. Bang, 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 bang. The kind of knocking you only hear when something is wrong. I rushed to the door, expecting maybe a neighbor or police or something serious. But instead, it was the girlfriend of my ex's best friend's brother, someone I'd only seen a couple of times, someone who never had a reason to talk to me. She looked like she hadn't slept in days, eyes red, hands shaking, breathing fast. She asked if we could talk outside. We sat on the porch and she asked, "How bad has this hit your relationship?" What hit? She looked shocked, confused, almost terrified. I told her everything, how he stopped touching me, stopped sleeping next to me, stopped talking, stopped leaving the house. Her reaction was instant. She started shaking harder, breathing faster, tears forming instantly, Within seconds, she was in a full panic attack. She pulled out her phone and called her boyfriend, my ex's best friend's brother, and through her sobbing, she screamed, "She probably has it. She probably has it too." I froze. Have what? My mind raced. Cancer? STD? Some secret baby drama? What do you mean? Have what? Then everything spilled out. Those two women who had been showing up weren't just sleeping with my boyfriend. They were supplying him with drugs. One night, my ex, his best friend, the brother, the girlfriend, and those two women got high together, sharing everything: pipes, utensils, straws, bodies, everything. And one of those women had hepatitis. Not maybe, not possibly. Confirmed. Everyone who shared utensils with her got it. Everyone who slept with her got it. Everyone who passed around the same tool got it. My ex was avoiding me because he thought he'd infected me. That entire month of coldness, that wasn't guilt, that was fear. He was trying not to touch me, not to risk me, not to ruin me the way he ruined himself. The women who were harassing me, they weren't there to fight. They were trying to get money he owed them, and to tell him that he had hepatitis. They spent a week trying to catch him. He spent a week hiding from them. That week was the same week they kept showing up at my house and job. Everything suddenly clicked. I felt sick. I felt like the ground under me disappeared. I ran, didn't grab anything, didn't wait, didn't ask questions. I ran to get tested. I got tested for everything imaginable, every STD, every infection, blood work, vaccinations, all of it. The doctor asked if I'd been vaccinated for Hep B, thankfully, because of a previous job. I was. The relief I felt when the results came back clean, I can't put into words. But even after all that, the emotional damage was real. I left my ex instantly. No conversation, no closure, just gone. Weeks later, I found out the woman who had hepatitis knew she had it. She had been battling addiction for years, and not long after all this, she passed away from an overdose. It was tragic, sad, messy, and preventable. My ex? He spiraled deeper. And honestly, that wasn't my problem anymore. Here's the irony. After everything, the cheating, the lying, the manipulation, the gaslighting, the danger, the one and only thing I give him credit for is that month of distance. He didn't protect me out of love. He protected me out of fear, but that fear saved me. When someone is drowning in their own chaos, you cannot save them by drowning with them. I learned that the hard way, but I walked away clean, physically and emotionally. I survived, and I'll never let someone like that near my life again.